Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. So this is it's a very crazy morning so far, and the day's barely begun, especially for a lot of you depending on where you are in the world. First off, we spoke a bit before about the price of Bitcoin in other countries, especially those that are having massive cases of inflation with their country's currencies at the moment. I think we spoke as well about once or twice about South America, and they're dealing with Bitcoin, and that I can't remember which country, but I think it's currently trading over $9,000 a coin there. Well, this one completely tops all of them. There's a Zimbabwean exchange known as Golix, Golix, where the current price of Bitcoin is hovering around $12,400 at the moment. That's around a 70 to 80% premium from the current price of Bitcoin, which we're also going to get to, which is absolutely staggering because it shows you how much demand there can actually be for digital currencies around the world, especially for countries that actually need it. And at this point, we all know that the prices of these coins will only continue rising as time goes on. So it makes you wonder exactly how many more countries will get into situations where their currency is marred by inflation, and how many more times the price will have a crazy premium like this. But yeah, only time will tell. So here we go. This is like really apologies in advance, and I say that sincerely. Apologies in advance if I sound really angry during this video, or at a certain point I just get really frustrated. But as you might have noticed, altcoins prices have completely collapsed. They've all but tanked. Many coins are down around 7 to 25% over the last 24 hours, which is absolutely crazy. It's becoming increasingly frustrating for me that any news about Bitcoin, that any upcoming Bitcoin forks just constantly dominate the entire crypto market. It's all that anyone is talking about. It's all that is anything that's going on. Even when other news about other coins comes out, this is all that people focus on. The forks are causing an incredible amount of artificial pumps right now in the price of Bitcoin. I don't know if you guys see it. I'm sure you do see it when you look at the charts. But this is causing every other price of every other coin. I think the only coins up now are, I think, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, I believe, are the only coins up now. Everything else is completely down and being pushed down. But the problem with this is that this will eventually turn into a massive price correction for Bitcoin. And then the entire market will slide down even further, because when you trade, I don't know if you guys are active traders, if you've traded with anyone else, if you traded online before, coins are generally traded against the value of Bitcoin. They're usually valued in Satoshis compared to Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin's market starts to slide down, the entire cryptocurrency market also slides down. You've seen this before. Depending on what coin it is, like, it doesn't really matter. Everything kind of slides down. So now we have ourselves in a situation where good projects, like great projects, things that can actually change the world as we know it, like Omisego, Ripple, IOTA, Neo, EOS, Zcash, Stellar Lumens, etc., are completely shunned because the general public only knows Bitcoin. I said this in a couple of videos before. I said, you know, these companies can only do so much to kind of get the word out there. It's also up to us so that other people kind of know. I see a lot of even like my ads on YouTube and stuff like that now, wherever I go, I see them mentioning like Ripple and Ethereum, and sometimes like even like IOTA, as you know, you can trade in these coins. So it's good that people are starting to become more aware, but everyone's so heavily focused on Bitcoin. Within the last couple of days, I read countless times in a number of forums and a number of places that people are selling all of their altcoins to push into Bitcoin, because they keep, and I've read this so many times, it's frustrating because you can't really comment on everything. You can't, everyone has their own opinion. These people keep saying that because the price of Bitcoin is so high, quote unquote, that it has to make it, that it's going to make it. They see a lot of other projects that are out there that are, you know, coins that are trading between 2, 15, 20 cents, maybe $1.50. And they say that these coins are worthless because the prices are so low. And then the exact same breath as all of this that I'm saying, Bitcoin's price has smashed through the $7,000 barrier. It has risen by $1,000 in just 5 days, all because of news about it. The CME Group's announcement that they will start Bitcoin futures, they've now narrowed it down to say that they may be able to do this within the next 8 weeks, which has caused a lot of hype around this. But when you read further, a lot of people are saying that they will not be trading in Bitcoin, that they will be actually trading in local currency, so US dollars, yen, whatever the case might be, and they will never actually touch Bitcoin, which is a huge thing if this hype is, if the price is being pushed up by this hype, and this is never going to actually happen. Also in the news is that an ETF might soon be approved as well. We've heard a lot of the Winklevoss twins have been in the news a lot. I think there was an article about them yesterday about how they're billionaires now because of their initial investment in Bitcoin, et cetera, et cetera. But it's news that ETF will soon be approved as well by the end of this year. And there's also news that the SegWit 2x fork might not even happen, as there are a lot of people who are leaving, not leaving the project, but it's losing support kind of left and right. If you search online about like SegWit 2x and people leaving the project or losing support and stuff like that, you'll find tons of things about it. There are a lot of people who are saying that they were going to support it. Now they're not going to do it. The mining pools are like, yeah, you know, forget it. We're not going to do it either. So it's not even certain that this is going to happen and that the fork will happen for the coins to be made, which is also another reason that the price is going up. So what people are predicting now, including myself, is that the price will obviously topple. You know, we can't, you guys have heard me talk the last couple months of all these projects that are coming up for all these other coins. Bitcoin doesn't have any of these projects coming up, like none of them. The price is literally being held up by hopes and dreams at this point. It's people saying, you know, this is great, this is awesome, but eventually the hype will die down and then price will come crashing down. And this is when all the altcoin investors will then have to also suffer as well. Bitcoin is not being integrated into any banks. Major companies aren't rallying behind it because of its tech. They all keep on saying that they just use it as a storage of value. Bitcoin hasn't added 100 corporations to their alliance this year, and Bitcoin isn't scalable enough for everyday use for anyone to use it. We had a problem back around in the summertime where the prices started going up and there were 200,000 backed transactions. That's nuts. Like I said, guys, I am really sorry for if it sounded angry or if I just sounded like incredibly frustrated. But there are just so many projects that are being rejected and like people aren't appreciating them because so many people just keep on focusing directly on Bitcoin. I don't know what it's going to take. You saw my other video before. I think there's something called Bitcoin Silver also coming up, which I'm glad no one's talking about anymore. There are just way too many forks. There's too much attention on Bitcoin, and there's so many other things that are happening with these coins, and so many people are going to be really upset when the price of Bitcoin does crash and they've invested all their money into it and all the altcoins eventually do start rising because people start to take notice. Oi. Okay, guys, that is definitely going to do it for this video. I hope you guys are investing properly. I hope you guys are, I mean, it's not a bad thing to have your money in Bitcoin. Obviously, the price will eventually rise, but there has to be some concrete news about something good about it that's causing it to rise and not just artificial inflation. I'm expecting a price crash sometime soon. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Sorry, guys. I'm just rambling on now with a lot of frustrations. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.